Hey folks, I'm Ian and this is Doggo, my Ford Transit Connect camper. Today I want to speak to you about gadgets, and I'm going to run you through the good, the bad and the stinkiest of the gadgets that I've brought for the van. So when it comes to gadgets, I do my research, I read the reviews, and I'm very careful what I buy. And a lot of these things I've got are fantastic. There's one lemon, let's call it a lemon. There's one gadget that I didn't really like. That's the one that I'm calling the stinkiest. So let's get started with one of my top gadgets. Now this is my Bluetooth speaker made by JBL. Now this is the best of the gadgets. It's the one I probably use the most, and it's really multi-purpose because it acts as an awesome, as you can see there, it acts as an awesome night light, just a feature for the van with the colours. You can change the colour mode on it, nice and simple. It has an app with a colour wheel. You can take a photo of a colour and it will display that colour. You can alter the colours, the way this moves through these colours. You can actually change what those colours are. And you've got different modes where it will move to the music, just be a campfire, things like that. So it's actually got a sub in the top and it boosts sound through there. And then the sound quality of this thing is amazing. Now you're not going to be able to hear the sound anything like what it's like in the van, but it sounds amazing. When you've got a film on my big tablet and the sound is just coming out of that speaker, it just bounces around like you're in the cinema. Now there should be a link to this below. It's an affiliate link, so if you are to buy anything then I might get a small commission, so please buy everything. This really is something that I'd miss if it wasn't in the van, especially when it's movie night. So next up on my list of top gadgets has got to be the tap. That's an amazing bit of kit. I've had the tap in the van for 6 months, maybe more. I've had it longer than that. I've had it all through the summertime, and it's amazing having just that water on tap, if you pardon the pun. It's amazing just having the water there when you need it, and it's always chilled as well because I've got it in a bottle that's wrapped in insulation, so even when it's baking hot in the van, that water still comes out cool. Now I made this to be a certain height because I wanted it to be able to fit my water bottle underneath. Now if I wanted, I could run that off of just a normal bottle of water. I put the 5 litre bottles underneath it, but I could even run it off something bigger if I wanted. I could get a 20 litre can under there and that would run off it. It's powered by an internal battery that's charged off a USB. So far I've had this in the van for over 6 months and I've only charged it the once. When I brought it, I fully charged it, banged it in, and I've not had to charge it since. It has 2 buttons, a simple on and off, and then also a 600ml. It basically runs down through the shelf underneath here, and that's where my 5 litre water bottle sits. I've actually got a more in-depth video about this tap, so I'll link to that at the end of the video, so keep an eye out for it. So next is something that I keep in my drawers. And that is my 1.8 kilowatt gas cooker, but it's tiny. My initial plan was to get one of just the normal gas cookers like this, the full size one, but space is a premium in here and I needed something that was going to perform well and fit. There's not a lot of space to store things in here. I didn't want big things knocking around, and when I saw this I thought I've got to have it. It's absolutely perfect. Size wise it will take a big pan, it will take my wok, and it cooks absolutely perfect. but for packing away it fits perfectly in my little bottom drawer. It's almost like it was made to that size. It wasn't made for that size, but it fits in there just perfect. It takes a normal conventional gas cartridge. Now this is the only one of these I've ever seen. I've never seen any other videos showing these, and even trying to buy them is quite difficult. There is an Amazon link, but a lot of the time it's out of stock. I really highly rate this, and if you want something that just looks neater, that packs away much easier, then you should really take a look at one of these. Whilst we're talking about gadgets, take a look at this. This is my wooden fridge. What do you reckon? Pretty neat, eh? Now the next gadget isn't in the back of the van. The next one's in the front of the van. It's dark outside, but you should still be able to see it okay. Let's take a look. So what we have here is a reversing camera mirror. So that's the current view out the back. So it's a rear view camera built into the mirror. It's also a dash cam. It's got a 4K dash cam facing forwards. It's a 2.5K camera for the rear. Now it uses power from the interior light, and it just runs across through the top corner down to the back, and then it's positioned just near a number plate line. But that is an absolute godsend. Now I don't struggle with parking, but it makes life a lot easier when you can see how close you're getting to things. I normally park off the side mirrors anyway, but then you just back up and you know just how close you're getting. Also, with it being dash cam, it's recording forward, front and back, so multifunctional. So up next is a tiny little gadget. It's battery powered, charges off USB, and it's something that gets used every day, and it lives just over here. And it's that. It is basically a magnetic under-counter kitchen light, but the reason I use that is it's motion activated. It's got different modes, controlled by some buttons on the side. Big magnet on the side, which, as you can imagine in a van, can come in pretty handy, but it's motion activated. So when I keep it in that storage space up there, it's off until you open it up, and then boom, it switches on. Now this is also something you can just stick around the van, and as soon as there's movement, boom, it comes on. And that just lives inside there, and when I shut it away, you can still kind of see the light there. It goes off, and you want to open it up, boom, it's back on. I spent ages trying to work out how to light inside that cubby hole. I was thinking of having a switch in there, having a light in there. I thought about just fairy lights running off the battery, but everything revolved around having a switch I'd have to switch on. And then I came across that, and that was just perfect. So the next gadget is something that's hidden away, and it lives behind the sofa. So what we have here is my portable, battery powered, USB chargeable Hoover. It has some accessories like a nozzle, a brush attachment to clip onto it. There we have it. So it's good for sucking up all the general dust and dirt that just gets in your van. You clean it and within 5 minutes it's dirty again. And it just catches all of the dust and dirt inside there. And then that comes off, empties into a bin. There's a filter in there as well you can clean. And then, boom, back together. Packs away to a nice small size. And then gets stored away until you make a mess next time. The battery lasts reasonably well, charge time is quite quick, and it holds a charge for quite a time. There's a link below in the description. So now we've come to the bit that you've been waiting for, the stinkiest gadget. The gadget that I brought and then thought to myself, what the heck did I buy that for? Low voltage LED string lights. Remote control, multicoloured, USB powered, perfect for in the van. I've got USB sockets everywhere, so you can plug these bad boys in any way you like. And they don't look too bad. You can see they're pretty bright. We've got different colours. But the performance of these wasn't the problem. They're long as well. There's about 5 meters worth here. So, on face value, you think, what's so bad? I'll tell you what's so bad about these. First of all, trying to get them to stick to the ceiling is a blooming nightmare. I wanted them going around the edges. Thought add a bit of colour. But the biggest problem is they absolutely stink. I can't tell you how bad they smell. They smell like a really chemically plasticky, solventy kind of smell. They absolutely reek. Now I've had these for maybe nearly a year, probably even longer than a year. And they absolutely reek still. They're not packed away tightly in the box. They're just loosely in the box and they just stink. And it's such a chemically plasticky, just a stink. I don't think it will ever go. I thought these could be handy to have if ever set up a camp, got the tarp out, the poles, sitting outside, nice evening, having a drink. You could throw these over the top of the van, over the doors. But I don't want to keep them in here because they reek. And even now the van stinks of them. If you want to know what these are like, I've got a link. Buy some for yourself. If you can't smell, then you can absolutely love them. But for me, they're a big no-no. This has got to be the worst gadget that I brought. It's a shame because they make a nice light. If I could get rid of the smell, then I would be tempted to use them. So look, you can have them up here. They just smell so bad. So that's the gadgets that I'm going to share with you for now. The good, the bad, and the stinkiest. They actually look good behind me now. If you like this video, then give it a like. If you're thinking about subscribing, then now would be a real good time. I spoke about the video for the tap, that's the one just there. And there's this video as well that you should probably take a look at. Check it out, folks. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye 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 bye.